Welcome back to Sampstra Games, the place to find new strategy games, and today you're gonna play Godless. Now, this is an alpha version of the game, and this is a turn-based Autobattler. So the idea is that it's an Autobattler, so your creatures and enemy creatures are going to be fighting by themselves, but you will have the ability to create spells that will allow you to either spawn new creatures or get some sort of a bonus or do damage, and you can do that in different turns. Now, the story of this game is that you are the last god standing. Mortals have decided that they're done with gods and that they murdered them, most of them at least, and you are one of the few, maybe even the last one alive, and you woke up and there's still some shrines left, so you have some power, and your job is to kill all those ungrateful mortals and survive before they kill you. So let's start. Ruins of Nalcian. So we can start by choosing our first artifact. So this is really interesting. This artifact is actually something that I've crafted. So at the beginning you have choices, and if you start a game brand new, you're gonna have choices for death artifact, war artifact, and nature artifact. But because in my test game I was able to create a new artifact, now it's actually an option. So this is really interesting. So we can go for Daroust. Raises rulers of the past from the grave to spread terror among their people. Fardorn, this is the new one I created, awakes mechanical golems which were built long ago to protect Elf's forests. Or Twins, which is a war god. Summon orators who spread the word about the approaching apocalypse, and that's true, it's almost here. So the Twins, I would, out of these three, is probably the easiest because it has some really good damage spells, but also some really good spawning spells. The Fardorn is more about spawning enemies. You won't be able to get like a straight up damage, but we're gonna play this because I think it's interesting that this is something I was able to create and that you can see it in the future version of the game. Absolutely love this feature. So I am now the god named Fardorn, and I like to protect forests, apparently. It's what I do. So first you have to click here and you have to equip this artifact. You are going to be able to have multiple artifact, so you need to always make sure that you equip the right one. I have 100 HP. This HP is different for each, I guess, god that you pick at the beginning or the artifact at the beginning. For example, if you're choosing the death guy, you're gonna have like 60, I think. The war guy is like 112 or something along those lines. Now, there are a couple places where we can go, but we're going to talk about them later because right now we have no resources. We have no mana. This is used to get goods. We have no sparks. Sparks are used to create artifacts. You need to have 2 sparks at least, either of the same or different types. And then energies, which are required to get talents. And talents are like passive effects. So these artifacts, they give you like the active skills that you can activate in battle, essentially like spells that you can use in battle. But talents are just like a passive something that you can use. So let me read about you, the Elvish Refuge. When the defeat seemed inevitable, your brethren put all of their efforts to protect this land, the key to Nalcian. The underwater temple hid the only shrine mortals failed to find. Now when you're awakened, its power is all yours. So let's go straight into battle. Alright, so the first thing we have to do, we have to place our shrine. So our shrine is our most important building and our essentially only building. That's where our HP is. If its HP runs down to 0, we lost the game. So I'm gonna try to place it far from the enemies. I think we're gonna place it over here probably. Now, then here we've got our abilities. So first ability that we have is this Flaming Forest. This allows us to just place forest on chosen axes. The forests don't really do anything, but they're going to give us a bonus to other abilities. Now then we have Orc Technician. This just allows us to summon a creature with 8 attack and 20 health, and if a forest protector is nearby, its maximum health will increase, so we get 28 defense. 28 health. And then we have Forest Protector. Now the Forest Protector is only an attack of 1, but it has a defense of 18. And if there are 3 flaming forests nearby, the protector will lose all the immovable effect, originally it cannot move, and unlock the kinetic energy ability, which means that it will deal damage equal to its max HP. So essentially it can do 18 damage to somebody instantly. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place an Orc Technician over here, and this should cause the enemies to move at him because the enemies automatically move towards the the closest allied creature, which is either the shrine or my people. So I need to make sure that they move at my people. Then what we should do is we should hover over the enemies and see what they have the abilities. This is a possessed baron. They have pretty rough abilities, specifically the Battle of Souls. If an enemy with the highest maximum HP has less health than the baron, he will add the difference to the counter, and if the counter reaches its maximum, which is 70, they will transform into a high demon. So we want to make sure we hurt them pretty quickly. And then this is just a tamed orc that does regular damage to nearby enemy units. If he is on a swarm, he will restore health to maximum. So right now he would restore his health to maximum, which is not great. But most likely he will move towards my Orc Technician, so it's actually pretty fine. They also have the unit is immune to the first 3 attacks. Ooh, this guy's moving at my shrine, which is not great. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place the Forest Protector in the way of this Swamp Orc. Because the Protector, it takes 15 less damage from basic attacks, so he shouldn't actually get hurt from the tamed Orc. But ideally it will make sure that the orc will not be able to hit my shrine. And then I want to start placing the flaming forest so that I can make my forest protector able to deal that damage to the enemies. That automatic damage, I mean. So we still take some damage, but I don't know why we didn't block it. We have the defense mode on. Strange. Yeah, we didn't awake them, but regardless, I'm going to place 2 forests here, and if in the next iteration I'll be able to place 2 more, and then this is going to be able to do a lot of damage. My Orc Technician isn't really doing as much damage as I would maybe hope. Yeah, it's because they're getting healed on these different places. So next I want to place, I think, another Orc Technician, because I need to make sure that I'm doing some damage to them. Yeah, they're getting healed from all these places. So we would like to place some of our forest on these things so that they can get that healing. Okay, but now I can place a flaming forest here and another one. Ooh, this actually seems to heal even my unit, so I should be able to step on that next. So I think, actually, no, I'm just going to change. I'm gonna turn this into a forest. Oh, I can't? Could turn that one, but not this one, probably because someone was standing there. But now this is going to get awakened, and I'm gonna be able to do 26 damage to somebody. Ideally, I should be able to kill someone. Let's hope. 26 damage to who? 34 damage even. We don't know to whom it's going to go yet, but hopefully it's going to go at somebody cool. They killed all my Orc Technicians. So let's place a new one over here. And it also now means that my Forest Protector can move around. Okay, we killed this guy. That's good, but I really like to kill some of the other ones. Okay. I'm gonna place another Forest Protector. I can't place it here because I have a guy there. It's a bit unfortunate. In that case, I can only place forest fires. Ah, sorry. I thought I clicked on forest fires, but I placed the forest protector. So I need to place 2 more forest fires around this one so that I can activate his ability. But my regular forest protector is barely going to kill them all, because he's now doing like 50 damage to everybody, which is huge. But just for the sake of doing it properly, let's make sure that we place the forest fire around this forest protector. And because he has that ability that he will activate his kinetic energy if there are 3 forest fires nearby, he can do a lot of damage to them. Now we get our rewards. Let's check what we get. With 85 mana, 13 fire energy, 13 nature energy, so we can get talents, and a scroll. Scrolls restores 10 health to all friendly units, including shrine nearby with the chosen hex. So this is something you can activate 1 time and then it's gone. Now we do have a lot of mana, so we might want to go to the merchant, but first we need to see these options, like path to the next continent. So we could get a primordial giant, exchange a random resource for a rune. So rune is really cool because runes allow you to increase the abilities of your skills with the artifact. So for example, I had a rune that allowed me to get an additional spawning creature on an ability that otherwise wouldn't have that spawn. Or I could just try to get more mana, Or I can go to Vault of Souls, which I can sacrifice part of your max health for a healing. This might be useful because we lost all of HP and we would get a scroll. No, I'm just gonna go for the Primordial Giant to try to get the rune. I'm gonna sell the scroll for a rune. Sorry, for a rune. And then we'll go to the armory. And we've got our runes here. Warrior Soul. Orc Technician Shamans gain Grievous Wounds skill. So if I now have the Warrior Soul here. So now my Orc Technicians, no, this guy, should have the ability of Warrior Soul. A random nearby enemy gets -2 attack. If it has 10 or less attack, a random forest protector will get +8 max health. This is huge. This is great. So we're gonna have this. So we're gonna equip the rune, and it's going to activate the rune upon this artifact, essentially. Now we have a lot of mana, so I'm gonna try to go to the merchant and see what I could do there. I could get it's quite important to use as many of your resources as possible between battles, otherwise you may find your armies and skills weaker than enemies. We could get a Spark of Nature, which would allow me to get some new artifacts, or we could get more runes. Shamanism. Orc Technicians turn into Orc Shamans. Orc Shaman creates a living trap on a chosen hex. Every time it performs a basic attack. I don't know what a living trap does though. So these are not right for my artifact, so I'm probably not going to be able to use them with my artifact, but I could get this with rune, this shamanism. Let's do that. We're gonna immediately equip it, and we're going to keep moving towards the next continent. Antarda Kingdom. This kingdom became the land of mourning for your kind. Antarda's king was terrible, a cruel ruler, yet he was the first who managed to kill a god in the divine war. That loss shatters others' fate in your victory and seeded doubts into their hearts. They have dryads. When dryads approach forest, they will deal damage directly to the shrine. That's really, really bad. And we don't have much HP, so we actually might die here. This is probably the worst thing we could get, because it takes us a long time to be able to hit up the enemies. Now, we do know that some of these allow healing. So I think we're gonna place this campfire on this forest. Now, I don't know if a flaming forest counts as a regular forest. I don't think so. I think we have a chance of actually turning both of these into regular flaming forests. And we'll have to wait and see, and hopefully it means that it will not activate. Yeah, it didn't activate. So this is great. So they have to do just regular damage to me. They can't activate this direct damage to the shrine. Next, I'm gonna place an Orc Shaman who has the Torn Roots ability, creates a living trap on a chosen hex, and a nearby attack target gets -10 attack, and if it's less than 10, had I had a Forest Protector, which I do not have, they would get increased health. And because we are on this campfire, we actually get increased health for a shrine, which is absolutely huge. Now we activated these Thorn Roots. Still don't know what the living trap does, but I guess we'll find out later. Oh, I have to place the living trap. Okay, I'm gonna place it here then. Deals 10 damage to an enemy unit on this hex, and a random forest... What? Random forest protector gets +10 max health. Well, I would love to place some random forest protector, I'm gonna tell you that. Let's place these 2 more flaming forests here, so then I can place a forest protector over in this hex. So this combination seems really strong. Like, the living traps are huge for what I need. Because it's hitting them a lot. And, okay, I can place another one. So I'm going to place another one in here, so that if this one moves forward. And now... Well, not now, but when it's... Okay, so this is a problem now. She's going to be dealing 10 damage to me every turn because she's next to me on the Divine Shrine, which is where I have that... which is a forest. That's not great. So I'm healing for 3, but she's hitting me for 7. But hopefully she will die soon. Oh, she's not even on a trap. But I can place a trap. No, I can't. So I place a trap here, but that's kind of useless because she's not going to move. But at least the next turn my Orc Shaman will kill her. I hope the Forest Protector will be able to kill somebody soon. Let's place another Orc Shaman in here. Try to make sure that we hit them before they move towards my shrine. Okay, great, she's dead. Fantastic. Forest Protector unfortunately doesn't seem to be able to activate its ability because there's no one nearby. Yeah, we're gonna place a lot of living traps. Good thing the living traps don't hurt us, because that'd be a huge problem. Yeah, you can see she hit me for 10 here because she's adjacent to a forest. So again, that's something that's not good for us. I can't change it because my shrine is standing on it, so I can't change it to something else. I'm actually not gonna... Actually, yeah, okay, let's just place the flaming forest, doesn't really matter. But at least we get healed a little bit. It's interesting that those living traps disappear over time, I didn't know that. Yeah, we're still not close with the Forest Protector, which is unfortunate. Let's place another Shaman here, because this one can walk in, so I don't want to stand in his way. Alright, she's dead. Good job. So the problem with the Forest Protector is that you need to make sure that they're near enemies, and we didn't have that option right now. Creates a Vengeful Spirit on a chosen hex. Vengeful Spirit, 5 attack, 12 health. If there's a unit nearby, random flying the unit will get plus 5 health. So does this apply for the shrines? I'm not really sure. I think shrine is not a unit. I'd love to do it just to gain like HP. But wait, was that a rune? I thought it was a scroll, but I can't seem to use it now. Okay. Oh no, this is the scroll. Okay. So we could get another scroll. We could sacrifice part of our max health for a bunch of mana or strong healing. Or we could get a rune. I don't think we need another rune right now. I think we should try to get a scroll. I would love a healing scroll. Restore 2 non-impassable active areas. Deal 8 damage to random enemy 4 times. Now we need to keep the healing. Now in the forge, what you can do is you can combine these sparks into artifact, and in the chamber, let's go in the chamber. Chamber of Memory stores powers of every single god of this world. Use energy to obtain them. So, we have 25 energy, so we could learn a talent from the war area, which we have partially in our far door. We could either get a Flame of Vengeance. Whenever a friend dies, all other friends will get attack plus 3. Or every 2 turns, a random movable friend gets plus 4 attack and attacks a nearby enemy if any. Okay, I'll take that. And we could also activate this. Fading Life. Whenever a friend dies, all nearby friends will get plus 5 maximum health, but not the shrine. At the start of the battle, creates a Heart of the Forest on a random hex. Restores 3 health to a random friend and increases their maximum health by 2. Life Flow takes effect an extra time for each friend nearby. Ooh, I'm gonna grab the Heart of the Forest and try to place it near my shrine. And that combined with the shrine being on an actual forest should be enough to sort of help me survive. I have really low HP though. Can I get anything for like immediate healing? No, it all just destroys 2 non-impassable things. I could, however, get 1 of these sparks, but not 2. What is the last rune that I could get? Nature Defense, but I can only have 2 anyways, not 3, so I don't think that's really useful for us right now. Yeah, all enemy units have 20% chance to skip their next turn. That's great, but we're not gonna grab it. Instead, I'm gonna grab the Spark of Death so that I could try to maybe next turn get a new artifact. But let's read about the Broken Island. The lights, greatest champions of mortals, joined the war from the very start, but one of them was waiting on this abandoned island for the right moment. Linked to the high goddess Sharp's mind, the light was imprisoned before he managed to gather enough power. Talvius directly damages the shrine with basic attacks from any distance and cold squares the arms. Yeah, with 48 HP, we're gonna be dead. But at least I'll show you what happens when we die, I think. Enemies tried to burn me countless times. As you can see, it led nowhere and it will not. I hope you'll prove me wrong. You hope I will kill you? What's wrong with you? Okay, where do we get the best healing? Everything could squire on this or nearby hex. Restore 3 to help the shrine. Ooh, if he's on this or nearby hex, he will obtain the sacred blade. That's bad. So he deals damage to the shrine every turn. 10 damage, only have like 5 turns. Performs extra basic attack at the start of Talvius' turns. Moves a random square on nearby hex and turns it into a knight. Their attack in hell becomes 8 and 20 requires sacred blade. I think I'm gonna place it here towards the... Do I have the magical forest or do I not know where the magical forest is just yet? I don't think I know yet. Okay, it's here. Heart of the forest. This only heals me for 3. It actually doesn't say that this is to a nearby person, just to any person. So I'm just gonna place this on the campfire to try to get that healing. And we're gonna immediately place an Orc Shaman. Or should we start with the Flaming Forests? Let's place a Flaming Forest here and here. Ah, I misclicked that. Always misclick it. I need to place the Flaming Forest next time. Okay, we increased our max HP, good. Now, I'm gonna place the Flaming Forest here and there. I don't. Maybe I should have tried to place it in the stronghold, but I don't think that would work. Yeah, I don't think that would work. Okay, we hit him for 7, that's good. And I guess I'm gonna place the Forest Protector, even though it doesn't do anything. Oh, we have got the trap. I'm gonna place the trap here. I should be placing the traps around these strongholds, though. Okay, he's in the trap. That's good, so he's gonna take damage. Let's place the Forest Protector in here. Oh no, it was another living trap. Okay. Now I want to place the Forest Protector maybe in there even. No. Then we get damage taken out over here. We can stand on this thing, it shouldn't hurt us. And then next thing I can do is I can just place another Flaming Forests. Ideally one on the swamp, maybe? Actually maybe not, because the enemy might move on the swamp to hit my Forest Protector, which would allow me to do damage to them. So actually I might just try to place it somewhere here. Now let's first place living trap there, so that if this guy moves in, they'll get hit. Oh, he got his sacred blade. That's bad. I was kind of hoping it would take him a bit longer to do that. Oh, and he turned this guy into a knight, but he placed him on the trap. Ooh, and now the guy's not dead. That's unfortunate. Okay, we need more Flaming Forest. I'm gonna place a Flaming Forest here and here. I didn't realize I could have destroyed the strongholds, so we should have done that earlier, but that's okay. Okay, now my guy can do 36 damage to random enemy nearby, so it's either gonna be to the knight or to the Talvius. Let's really hope that it's the Talvius. Okay, 38 damage now. Or is it? Maybe it's next turn, not this turn. Yeah, it seems like it's next turn. He hit me twice? What? How many times does he get to go? Oh, he can do it twice. Okay. Yeah, but oh, and my guy. Oh, okay, we're gonna die. This is really bad. We're already dead. There's nothing we can do. Because our protector didn't quite make it. Okay, we got 20 HP, but it's not gonna be helpful here. Okay, let's place the living trap in here. Yeah, they can kill me with a single hit. Oh, well, unfortunate. But what I can show you here is that we can go towards the score, and because we destroy its continents, we get points. And then these points... Okay, let's go to the menu. Will get activated here, and this is going to give us a bonus. So we now get a bonus. We're going to move here towards... So first thing we unlocked were actually different difficulties. I didn't show that to you, but I can show it to you now. And then we could get a new shrine types later on. So this is really cool. So as you're gonna... So this game has like a lot of roguelike elements, so you can move in and unlock new stuff. Now also I'm going to show you, if you start a new game, you're going to be able here to choose a difficulty. And then here eventually you'll be able to equip some items and get some special effects when you play and etc. But I think now is a good time to end the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, write it on the comments, and you can click on the right to watch some other Autobattlers that we play on this channel. I'll see you there. Bye bye.